We're talking about financial freedom and retirement if you are a real estate agent.
Now let's talk about an honest conversation people have. One where you sell, maybe you sell 30, 40, 50, 100 homes a year. You're winning all the awards. You're on stage. Everybody is like, wow, that person is the best person around. But deep down, you know that if you stop working, the money stops. And you haven't really built a business. You are building a high-paying job for yourself. And the moment you stop running on that treadmill, you have no income. And this is basically one of the things about EXP that drew us to the model itself. And we realized that we don't want to just have a job. We want to be able to have a system.
Exactly.
And a growth way. And most agents are going to be in one market crash, a family emergency that's going to take you out of town. You now have zero income. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about why EXP might be the brokerage change that you're looking for. And we're talking about wealth strategy.
Exactly. Therefore, we are not just talking about changing brokers. We're talking about model and a strategy to get you to the point that you can easily, with the peace, you can get retired and starting building a legacy that pay you while you're sleeping even. And today we are talking about doing a master class on EXP Realty revenue share model, but we are going deeper than a brochure that you see online.
And a lot of people from other brokerages are going to be like, oh, EXP Rev Share 2.0, that's bad. But no, honestly, we've never known anything else really because we weren't paying attention before. And in 2024, when this all started, is when we started paying attention. And it's definitely not a pyramid scheme. And you can see how the actual business model works and works better than other areas. So by the time you're done, you'll have a blueprint for financial freedom. Understand that this program might be the best option for you in your future, and understand the flaws in traditional marketing as well as why EXP is the better choice for long-term growth compared to other cloud brokerages as well. So let's talk about that. In traditional, let's go with traditional.
Exactly. Most of the brokers, you actually have profit sharing. If you're lucky, profit sharing sounds great until you look at the math. Profit share is paid after the expenses. And that means the broker pays the rent, the electric bill, the staff, and the franchise fee. And if there is anything left, you get a slice of that pie, no? And it's unpredictable. And often these checks are small because expenses eats all your profit that you are making. And EXP actually change whole game.
EXP works on the revenue share. What is revenue? Is how much money comes into the company before expenses. So this is paid from the company dollar as well. It is a portion of everybody's commission. So when I sell a house, some of the money until I hit the $16,000 cap is going to be going into the company dollar. And this is paid before any expenses are deducted when it comes to revenue share. And that is a massive distinction. It means that your income is based on revenue of sales of homes. And the profits are not left over, is overhead. It creates consistent, predictable income that you can actually plan your life around.
Exactly. Now let's go into the mechanics of 7-tier system that EXP Realty offers in this rev share model, because this is where your leverage actually happens. This is a multi-tiered system that rewards you for attracting productive agent, real estate agent as like you. And because this is not about just recruiting bodies, you just recruit somebody. It's about attracting producers.
Now, when you personally sponsor an agent, like for instance, our sponsor, we're on his tier 1. So you get he would get 3.5% of the earnings from our deals. But that's where it gets interesting up to a certain point when we hit our cap. But they also earn from any agents that we might sponsor, and those agents sponsor after them. And there are 7 layers of this for doing nothing except bringing some to the company and having a system to where you show them how everything works. So you can be a better agent. You have a system in place to help people be agents, and then you do nothing other than help people who are there for your help. And then you have unlocked something else. You're educating people. And now this percent, how many people you have under you is now going to, and that are working and creating income. These are your frontline qualifying agents, your FLQAs.
Exactly.
And these are people you personally sponsor who are producing, which is, again, they're selling homes. So you're making sure that you bring people in who work.
Exactly. And if you're a sponsor between 1 to 4 agent, you earn 3.5% on the tier 1. That's what we're talking about. But to unlock the tier 2 that we want to talk about.
And these numbers are different for us because we're icon agents, so we don't have any locks at all, but there are locks.
Exactly. Therefore, that's another mystery that we didn't talk about.
We'll do in a different video.
We do it in different video. On the Tier 2, if you wanted to unlock it, actually it pays even a higher income, which is 4%, and you need 5 personally sponsored producing agents. And what is the next?
Well, basically you have tier 3, tier 4, you have different types of numbers that you need, but basically the massive payout is going to be a tier 7, which is actually higher. So if you're looking at real and you're thinking about retirement, that stops at 5. Whereas at EXP, the highest numbers come at number 6 and 7. So you're missing out on the highest end of where people have production. If you choose a different cloud brokerage, if you're thinking about having an educational system that actually helps people, this is a better choice for you. Why? Because it's a master attribute. Because the lone wolf mentality, it might help you in a standard office, it might help you in a regular office, but here it doesn't make sense. Your income is tied to people's success.
Exactly. And as Carrie Lucas, a top agent, said, what I love most about this program is everyone has an incentive to help one another agent to grow. And it creates a culture where you share your playbook, you share your script, you share your strategy, because when you win, everybody wins. No, and for those of who you look at the EXP for a few years ago, you need to relook it again. That's what we were talking about.
So
here.
Basically, understanding that if you are an agent that kind of brings in a lot of cash, you can get to the money faster. You can unlock faster. Like I said, icons, we have no locks at all. The first 3 are unlocked immediately. For everybody else, it's there. So basically, if you bring in people levels 1, 2, 3, you can start there as well. Also, there's a fast start attraction bonus. So when you sponsor new agents, you can earn up to $4,000 in their first year, which is 5% of the GCI of their first year, which is a lot of equity if you're helping to mentor a new person. So at least you're going to get some money from mentoring somebody. And they add real-time revenue into your account. So now you're just instantly accumulating earnings, and what are you getting at from a nominal fee? And you don't have to wait for the payment cycles.
Exactly. But let's pivot to it. Why does this matter for your life? It comes down to your financial freedom. No, the financial freedom is not just having a high income, because when you stop selling real estate, then you don't have any income. It's about having option. The EXPI model actually gives you 3 distinct income streams that nobody tells you. Stream 1 is what you are used to do always, sales commission.
Realty, yeah.
And you have 80-20 splits based on the model of the EXP Realty, and you have an annual cap of $16,000. That is your active hustle. What is a stream 2?
Number 1, I like to talk about all day, every day. Hey, hit me with the DMs. I'm happy to talk to you about stocks and equity. Because EXPI stock winning is every time you hit milestones. So when I sell my first home after my thing of started, I'm going to get stock. When I hit my $16,000 cap and sell 20, I'm going to get all of my money back in stock. I love it. I love getting stock, even if it's because I'm building an asset.
No, that is when you're getting the icon.
Either way, you're not just that. Even when you sell your first home, you get a stock. When you sell your first home in your new year, you get stock. When you hit your cap, you get stock. So it's multiple ways of getting stock, and the brokerage is now giving you stock. You don't have to keep it at EXP. I personally don't. I keep it I keep it in like VOO or other stock options. But we can talk about all that. Like I said, hit me in the DMs. But if you're a broker and you're thinking about stocks, this is really a way to gain extra assets to grow to your stock portfolio, and that's always a good thing.
Exactly. Number 3 that we already talked about, the whole video is about it, is a streamline 3 is a revenue share. No, this is your passive income. This is your residual income. This is the money that allows you to step up of the hamster wheel that we were talking about. It creates a scalable business that generates the cash flow even when you are not selling homes. And here's the most powerful part that nobody talks about enough: legacy. No?
Basically, you need to understand revenue share is willable. So if something does happen to you in the future, you pass away, you take a step back, your other income streams cannot, maybe your stocks can be passed a little bit, but your home selling, that cannot be passed to your heirs. You are not securing retirement that way. You're not securing for your future. But your kids, as long as they get a real estate license, even if they do nothing else, they can still collect your money this way. And this is why we have to understand. And it is definitely not not a pyramid scheme, because that is the most common thing people say, is that they basically don't understand that the money comes from the sale of homes. And that is a fact and a legal difference. A pyramid scheme is illegal, exploitative. Revenue share is not necessarily recruitment. It is from the sales of people who actually perform.
Exactly.
And people are not paying money to join in. There's no product to sell. There's nobody you must sell to get to the next level. There's none of that illegal stuff. EXP is really talking about money coming from the commission of homes.
And agents are not actually paid a dime simply for recruiting someone. We are not only rewarded when the agent we sponsor successfully close real estate transaction. And if no houses are sold, there's no revenue share to be paid. The focus is entirely on real estate sales production. And furthermore, look at the compliance. EXP is a licensed brokerage audited by SEC and publicly traded at NASDAQ under the ticker of EXPI that my wife was talking about. And pyramid scheme don't file any public audits and certainly don't have a trade on the open market. And it simply chooses to pay agent instead of paying for empty office buildings and regional manager.
So basically you have to understand, when you're choosing to come into the new world, the cloud-based brokerages, and you're choosing between the cloud-based brokers, understand what are you going to get after you have built something there? How are you going to be? Are you paying for a coffee maker, which is in the old school, or are you paying, which one is going to give you the 7 tiers? Where are you going to have competing agents from your own area? Or you can join EXP, because honestly, this is the model that has been around the longest at this point for the cloud-based brokerages. You're incentivized to help the person who's going to join who's growing their business. You get those 3 streams of income immediately, and that is something that we really want to push for you, and that's why we have the Prosperity Agent. This is why we learned everything we could from Mike at the Wolfpack, and you get all of our upline with that, but you also get us, because we are really looking for the next people who want to be icons, because that was our very first goal too. I need to be an icon, I need to be an icon, I need to get my stock, I need my stock. I told you I love stock. So I wanted to get to that stock, and it's not just selling homes, it is about building wealth.
And we are here to look for partners that wants to build the wealth, and that's why we are here. We want to help you to map out exactly what is your financial freedom is and how you can map it and use this model as your leverage. Don't let another year pass by and just be undecided. Let's build a bridge to a life that you want for you and your loved one. Check the description below and book a private strategy call with us, Alan Victoria Pinder, and we walk you through the math for your specific business model. This is your moment to take control of your destiny, and we will see you on inside.